In this video, I'm going to show you how I filled out my tending list for the month of May in my Cultivate What Matters annual PowerSheets. I haven't been filming my tending list lately, like when I fill it out. I've been having some trouble because I am a member of Goal School Premium, and in Goal School we do a prep party, and that's where it's like a Zoom call and you fill out your tending list together, or you kind of go through and do the whole thing. And I really like, I'm a paying member. I want to participate in that kind of stuff. And so I would always wait to work on my PowerSheets until I, was able to do the prep party live. And I think going forward, I need to just do my tending list like when it works for me and not wait for it to be live. Of course, if it were live when it worked out, like if the timing worked out, then I would do it. But I think I just need to, I don't know, it's not working to wait because I make content doing my monthly plan, and I actually use my planner, and everything that I'm showing you on my channel is like my actual plans and goals and all that. I think I just need to do my tending list early enough because it needs to be done before I plan my month, and then I need to have my month planned ahead of time so that I can get it edited and uploaded and everything before the end of the month. And so anyway, I've just been having some trouble with the timing on that, and so I haven't been making the videos about it. But I thought what I would do for May is show you what I ended up writing in my PowerSheets. And so you haven't seen April yet, I don't think. So we'll just look at this real quick here. So this was my April tending list, and basically whenever you're doing your PowerSheets, you have your monthly reset page, and then you have your calendar, and then you have the break it down page, which is where you break down your goals into steps, and then you write everything here on your tending list. And then you have your month in review at the end. Of course, this is June. I was trying to show you a blank month, but June, every quarter, the last month of the quarter is going to have this section that's like a refresh. But that's not for this video. That just happened to be there. But so in April, I had, filled all this out, and you can see that this is messy. Like, I'm not trying to make this perfect because it's more important to me to just to get the things out. I do tend to take what I write in here and move it into my planner that I use on a daily basis. And so it doesn't matter to me what this one looks like. This one is like the plans. This is where we do all the work. And so, I do that in here too, but this is like the prep, I guess you could say. And so this is kind of more a place where I'm like journaling. Like here, I was just kind of thinking about, my health and getting a haircut, and like there's just things that I'm just, writing down. I don't use the monthly spread a lot in here. I don't like that it's a Sunday start. I don't want to deal with redating it and everything. I did use it in May. I will show you that. I kind of try to pre-plan in here sometimes. Of course, I always pre-plan in my monthly planner with my sticky notes, and that works really well for me. But kind of like the one-off things tend to, I'll write them on here sometimes. And then, so this was my April tending list, and I did make some progress on some goals, and I did actually do some checking off of habits, which was nice. And then I checked off things in here, which I actually forgot to check that one off. And yeah, so that's how I used it. And then in the prep party, we kind of go over this part together for the following month. So this is more journaling, gratitude, and just reflections. And I used to do this on the blank page in the end of the months in my planner, like on this page that faces the tab. I used to just do it myself on there, but now that I have the PowerSheets, I do it here. And I do like this. This really does kind of help me get into the mindset for the following month. And then, so this is for May. And I think what I want to do going forward in June is I think I'm gonna film the whole process. I would like to film the whole process and do it together instead of waiting for the prep party. I'll see, we'll try it and I'll see how it works, and I'll see if I miss doing the prep party. I don't know, we'll see. So this is my May like monthly reset, and I was just kind of like writing down things that I needed to do, and actually I did that. Well, actually I had my husband do it, but it got done. And yeah, we just have some stuff here that I want to focus on. I picked some goals to focus on this month. There's a box here called On My Mind, and I don't really know what this box is for. It's just, I just kind of use it for some journaling and just to get out like whatever I'm kind of thinking about going into the month. If I didn't address it here, or if I just had some extra thoughts or something, that's just kind of what I've been using that box for. And then the calendar thing, I also kind of don't really care for because we have a calendar, so I don't need to write things here and then write them on the calendar. So I kind of am just thinking like this is stuff that I need to look into adding to my calendar, that maybe it's things that are coming up. I don't have a special date like set aside for it yet, or I don't know the date for it yet, but I know it's like something that's going to need to be written on the calendar. I think that's kind of what I'm doing with this one. Important to-dos, and then yeah, goals to make progress on. And then this is the cultivated evaluation check-in. Something that I want to do here is actually note if there was an improvement or like a non-improvement, like backwards progress. I think I need to put like an arrow. So let's do that real quick. I'm gonna say down on that one. This one is the same. Finances was the same. Health and wellness, we had improvement on. Home and spaces, we did not improve on. Spiritual and personal growth, we did improve on. Work and learning, I did not improve on. I actually, yeah. And then self-care, I had like mega improvement. So I'm going to put 2 arrows. I like this because this kind of helps me evaluate maybe what I want to, you know, continue the momentum on, or maybe what I need to focus more on. And I think in the prep party, this happens, like this step happens after this step, and I don't like that for me personally. So I think in the future, I want to do this one first, and then that's going to help me decide what I should focus on. That check doesn't look right, and now it's messy. And so I think basically what I want to do maybe going forward is say, you know, I want to do my evaluation, and then I want to see, did it improve or not improve? And then what is going to be important to me to focus on? Like, what do I want to write here to remember to focus on whenever I'm filling out my tending list? So like maybe something like my self-care is something that I've been trying to focus on for this quarter. I have my like, my refreshed goal page from my last month or my last quarterly refresh, and self-care is one of those goals. And I just, you know, I just need to get in the better habit of taking care of myself and stop putting myself at the end of every list. And so I did have huge progress with that in April, and I want to keep that momentum going forward. So even though that one saw the most progress, it's important to me to keep going. I'm building on the habits that I am setting for myself. And so that is, I do have my PM routine. That is a self-care habit. And I am going to focus on that. And then like finances, I felt like it was the same. We didn't lose progress, but we also didn't make extra progress, I guess. And so, but that's still important. Like I have a goal to get my emergency fund, our emergency fund funded to a certain amount. And I'm putting extra towards it each month until I reach that. I'm trying to reach that at the end of this quarter. So that's still going well. And then home and spaces, we had a decrease on. So of the ones we had decreases on, it was like work and community and home and spaces. Work and community, I'm not really worried about in my PowerSheets. I've transferred that kind of stuff over to my 90-day PowerSheets where I can break out specific work goals and things. And so I'm not as worried about putting work type stuff in my PowerSheets, in these PowerSheets. And so really the only other one that I didn't have, that I lost progress on, was home and spaces. I didn't do a great job keeping up with cleaning and everything in April, and I think I can show you that on my tending list. I didn't finish any of the home related like monthly goals that I set for myself. We did make some progress, but I didn't, like one of them I barely even touched. And then my reset and cleaning. Cleaning I checked off because I did do cleaning every week. It's just I didn't do as much cleaning. I didn't like do as much of the deep cleaning that I wanted to do. And then like the weekly resets I wasn't really keeping up with. And so I just wanted to kind of like reset, I guess, to reset the home. I just want to start getting everything decluttered. And so I do have a lot of, like, my goals this month are decluttering. I have like, I want to make a list of actually I did that too. So let me show you that. That is using a wild card. Now this is a free printable on the Cultivate What Matters website, and this one is organization and decluttering. And so I just kind of went through and thought of the spaces that I haven't decluttered recently, and these are some spaces that I wanted to get done and I could start making progress on. And then I thought about when would be the best time to make progress on these rooms, and then I scheduled it over here, and I just wrote down what we're working on. And so my bedroom, which I'm breaking into like my clothes in my dresser and my clothes in my closet, and then also just like in general, like nightstand, that kind of thing. And that gets broken up more, but basically my room and then our garage. We recently got some like a big organizing unit thing, like a modular storage system, like cabinets and tool chests and stuff like that. And I'd like to get that tidied up. Now the garage is like my husband's space, and so almost everything in there is his, and he is not as, I don't know, he's not as organized as I am. We have different needs when it comes to organizing, and different thought processes, I guess you could say. He does need help. He has expressed that he needs like help with his systems. But basically I have scheduled this for the end of the month because I know he will be home for like that entire week, because that's the week of his birthday. And so that's kind of why I wanted to have, I just knew we would have time to work on it. Usually when he's home, he's only home for like one full day and then like 2 half days, and half the time we're doing other things. Like, you know, my last weekend my kid had a tennis tournament, and so, you know, we did that all day, of course, and so we didn't get a lot of things done around the house. But anyway, long way to say that's why I scheduled it for the 31st of May, and I didn't even write it on here. I should have written it on the calendar. I think that's the point of the calendars, is to actually schedule in the things. So let's go ahead and just do that, and I am going to, we'll just say clean the garage this day. Whoops, and I spelt it wrong. Clean the garage. And yeah, so that is the reset. That's just like the month, and I just kind of just scribbled out things. I'm not, like I said, I don't really use that. Now here's the magic. This is the tending list. Let me put this back. I went ahead and wrote out like the decluttering list, and I did these two. We'll talk about those in a second. And then I have like our savings goals here. And there's the emergency fund, a vacation fund, which has like no money in it, but every time we get, if there's a little bit left over in the budget, I stick it in the vacation fund. So I am just trying to like see if I can't find more money in our budget that I can shove into the vacation fund. I would love to, maybe for our 20th wedding anniversary in a few years. What year is it? We're in 2024. So in like 3 more years, I don't know, save up for like a really good trip to one of the Grand Prix, probably the one in Austin in October. Our anniversary is in September, but the Austin, it's the US Grand Prix, but it's in Austin. It's one of 3 races in the United States. But the one in Austin, of course, we can drive to, so we would save a lot of money on travel that way. And I don't know, we just want to go, but we want to get like really good tickets and like whatever, like the best passes we could possibly get. Anyway, so it's one of those things, it's like a bucket list kind of trip for us. And so I'm just like socking away money as much as I can. And then the planner fund, that's also not like a huge fund. It's just, it's for my channel. I need to make sure I save enough money to purchase things to use on the channel. So I've spent some money recently with recent launches, and then there's other launches coming up in the near future, and I'm just trying to get my planner fund right so that I can buy things. Okay, so then these two I said we would talk about in a minute. So these are some rooms that I had thought I might try to make progress on, and then I was like, wait, what am I doing? I'm working on the garage and my bedroom and stuff. I'm adding too many things. And so I just put like a note here that I will probably do these next month. The dining room is tricky because the furniture that we are getting for the dining room is a gift from my mom. She's getting new furniture, and so she's gonna send us her previous furniture. I'm trying to get the dining room like ready to go so that when that furniture is ready to be delivered, then the room is ready. I don't want to paint around the furniture. Anyway, so I don't know if I need to make progress on it this month. It's on the list, but it's something that if I can get away with pushing it off, I will. But there it is. And I did write it here, but it's okay if that one doesn't get like much progress, I think. And then I do have cleaning the garage and decluttering my room here. And so what I've done here is I have taken the progress bars and I have used a like light gray marker to just divide those up into however many steps in my break it down lists. And then that way, whenever I make progress on it, it's easier for my brain to comprehend like how much to fill up that progress bar. And then what I've done down here is I've written over where it just says week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've actually written over that with just a regular pen, saying what the actual week number is, because I was getting confused on that earlier in the year, and then I realized I could just write over it. And then, so these are the weekly. So these are monthly, these are weekly, and these are daily. And then, so the monthly goals, I tend to just use the break it down for this. And then this is more like a rhythm. So this isn't something that's going to happen once and then get checked off and not need to be worked on again. This is stuff that I need to do, or I've decided in my like habits and routines workbooks and stuff like that. That's what I've decided is good for working on every week. And so I have cleaning, food prep, school check-in, and planning. And yeah, I just can check them off as I do those each week. And then my habits section, I used my gray marker like I did up here, and I just put a line between the weeks and then wrote the week numbers in, because Cultivate What Matters always starts on a Sunday, and so they have their weeks like there's a little division between Saturday and Sunday, but I don't like that. And so I just made my own divisions and it works better that way for me. And you see here I have one that is highlighted, and that is just because that's the one habit I'm really focusing on. The other ones are habits like I kind of already have, and I'm just checking them off because I'm already doing them, but it's not the one most important. And so I highlighted that I want to move my shower from the morning. I want to do that in the evening. I think that will help me like transition into my PM routine better. And that's part of my self-care goal, is to like take care of myself at night instead of just like, you know, doing the bare minimum. I want to spend some more time doing the things that I want to do and that I've decided would help me have like set me up for success for the next day. And I think doing my shower to kick that off will be like a really great transition into the PM routine, instead of just kind of like truncating the PM routine and just doing like the most essential things. I think if I can make, you know, the shower is essential, so if I can make that the first thing I do, and then it'll be easier to do the other little things that I want to do. I think that's what I'm trying. So PM shower is a priority, to do the shower at night. Up here, encouraging words. I don't really use this. I don't know. I don't respond to that. Like, it doesn't do much for me. So I just kind of put like one of the Cultivate What Matters stickers up here. And then, like I noted, that my priority is my PM routine, which the only thing, even though it says it's a priority up here, the only thing on this page that like addresses that is this PM shower. And that's kind of by design. I'm just really trying to focus on one single thing. So even though the whole routine is like my priority, I'm just trying to do one thing at a time, and it's that. So that is that. And then of course we're not done yet with the month, so I don't have anything there yet, but that is how I have set up my tending list. And what I like to do basically is I have a like a little like stand, a planner stand kind of thing, and I just close it like this and like have my tending list, and then I sit it up and it's right there where I sit at my computer. And so I see this every day. And that's another reason why I don't really do a lot of habit tracking in my planner, is because this is there and I just don't see the need to do it more than once. But what I've done here with my planner to help me make sure I'm getting things onto my to-do list to work on these things is I like to I'm in April, where am I? May. So in my planner, I like to have things associated with this written on my to-do list, so that when I'm planning each week, I can actually, you know, get those things, remember to do the things. If you look on my dashboard here, I have it set up for all of my goal stuff is kind of right here. And I have the 3 different funds that I'm trying to focus on written here. I know this says bills, but it's really the only one I had that had anything to do with money, so I just put it there. And I will just check these off as I check them off here, just to have it here as a reminder, because like I said, this one is usually set up like this, and so I don't always see these lists. And so I did have them like I thought it would be good to have them transferred out here, so that when I am sitting down filming my weekly plan with me, and then I go back and look at these pages, that will remind me to make sure I'm like being mindful of, you know, reviewing my budget and making sure I am making those deposits, or setting aside the money in my you need a budget app for, you know, for transferring. And then when I actually sit down to transfer the money, I usually do it like around this time of the month, and then I'll check it off over here. I don't know if any of that made sense. I kind of felt like I was rambling there, so sorry if I lost you. But and then here is where I have all the different like rooms that I'm trying to work on. My bedroom, my dresser, my closet, the dining room, and the garage. And then this is the same as this. So I have my PM shower here. This is really just to kind of like keep it at the front of my mind that this is important. This is the one habit I care about this month. And Yeah, so I used the Erin Condren stencil here, the one that comes with the new life planners. I used that to draw out for the month of May. And then I just put a little note here. And yeah, so that is kind of how I'm keeping track of my tending list stuff in my planner, because I don't always remember to bring this over whenever I'm planning. And as you know, I plan every week with you on camera, and once I've started planning, I don't typically get up and get the things that I forgot. And I'm kind of on the other side of my desk, and I'm strapped in with my microphone, and it's just annoying to have to like undo it and go get the thing. And so this is just a way, it's like a backup plan whenever I do forget, and if I'm being lazy and I don't want to get up and go get my tending list to look at it and make sure I'm adding everything, it's here. So, and it's also a good example, if you don't use PowerSheets, a good example of how to use these pages with your own goals and stuff. So that is basically my goals for May, and it's mostly home related, and I'm trying to pare down my goals and not be so, you know, overachiever about my goals, and it's working. I've done a better job. I've reduced the amount of like goal categories I'm focusing on and everything like that, and it's working very well for me, and I'm happy with it, and I feel like I'm making progress. So anyhow, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, please consider subscribing, because I post videos like this on my channel a few times a week, and if you like this one, you'll probably like those ones too, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Embrace your imperfections and just be you. Bye.